The Israeli military said on Sunday that it would hold daily tactical pauses in military activity in parts of southern Gaza to allow more aid to flow into the enclave, where international aid organizations have warned of a growing humanitarian crisis. Military activity would be paused from 5 GMT to 1600 GMT daily until further notice along the road that leads from the Kerem Shalom crossing to the Salah al-Din road and then northwards. Hamas's leader Ismail Haniyeh stated that their response to the latest Gaza ceasefire proposal aligns with US President Joe Biden's plan. Speaking on the occasion of Eid al-Adha on Sunday, Haniyeh mentioned that Hamas and other Palestinian groups are prepared for a comprehensive deal involving a ceasefire, withdrawal, reconstruction, and a swap of Israeli hostages for Palestinian prisoners. This follows Biden's May 31 proposal for a phased ceasefire in exchanges with Egypt and Qatar, confirming on June 11 that they had received the Palestinian groups' response. And Sarah Coates is now joining us from Tel Aviv. Sarah, what are we hearing from the army about this decision after Netanyahu claimed he did not authorize it?
Hello there, Munmun. Well, the Israeli military is pushing back against these claims from the Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu that he didn't actually authorize this tactical pause. It came out to say that the head of the military's southern command made this decision in line with what he was told by Benjamin Netanyahu, that more aid needs to go into the Gaza Strip. Now, we've also heard from the Prime Minister's office, which said that when Netanyahu heard, he told his secretary that this is unacceptable and that fighting will continue in Rafah as planned. Now, it's really seeing or unleashed a political firestorm here in Israel. The far right calling this completely unacceptable. The National Security Minister, Itamar Ben-Gvir, he actually posted on X that the one who decided on a tactical truce, especially at a time when many of our soldiers are falling in battle, is evil and a fool and should not continue in his position. So this really goes to show just how much pressure is being put on Benjamin Netanyahu and really how much he relies on this far-right element of his coalition for political survival. But certainly a major disjoint here in Israel, a lot of questions surrounding this announcement, this decision. But we are hearing now from the United Nations coming out to welcome the move, saying that this aid really needs to get to these people in the Gaza Strip who so desperately need it, Munmun.
So divisions are so pronounced within the Israeli government. So how likely is a hostage and ceasefire deal looking between Israel and Hamas?
It's looking pretty unlikely at this stage. We do need to remember what we've been hearing from the Israeli government, from the Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu time and time again, that there will be no withdrawal of Israeli forces from the Gaza Strip until Hamas has been completely defeated, and there will also be no ceasefire. And this, of course, is something that Hamas is demanding. We also heard from the leader of its Politburo, Ismail Haniyeh. He gave a televised address a little earlier today. He said that the position of Hamas is in line with this proposal, saying that they are ready to accept, but only if there's a full withdrawal of Israeli forces and also a comprehensive ceasefire. Now, we also do need to remember what we heard from the US president just 2 days ago. He said he doesn't expect to see a deal in the near future, but he hasn't lost hope. But really, here on the ground, Netanyahu is being pressured from people who desperately want a deal to see these remaining 116 Israeli hostages brought home. There were tens of thousands of people demonstrating right here in Tel Aviv overnight, demanding a deal be done now, demanding that the Prime Minister step down and that elections be held immediately. Munmun.
We'll leave it at that. Sarah reporting from Tel Aviv.